Pokemon Master. What exactly does that title mean? And how do I become one?
Do I become one by beating the Elite Four? No, most Pokemon fans have done that already. Okay, well, how about being the Elite Four, catching all the Pokemon and completing the Pokedex? No, once again, most people have already done that. What about achieving Master Ball tier rank in the rank battle system? Well, there is many intelligent trainers in the rank battle system. You also need to be knowledgeable of all things Pokemon. You also need to know your opponent's Pokemon well enough to outpredict them. That must be the way to become a Pokemon Master. Jinx!
So I decided to set my goals high and shoot for something I've never done before. We're gonna try to make it to Master Ball tier. Obviously, before I jump into battles, I need to do some prepping. So I decided to watch some YouTube videos in hope of finding a viable team of Pokemon I could use to climb the ranks fast. So I've been looking around, I actually found this video by Cokes PH, and he gives some really good Pokemon and strategies to climb the ranks fast. I honestly like this team a lot. It's basically a mix of Generation 8 and Generation 9 mons, which will help me learn a ton since I know more about the older generations rather than the new ones. Now it's time for some battles. Wrong! Competitive Pokemon is much more than just grabbing Pokemon you like and rolling with it. We're gonna have to properly train them. And to properly train them, you're gonna need to IV and EV train them, give them good natures for your build, and give them moves to match your build.
Yo, what's IVs and EVs, Mr. Short?
Well, let me explain. Don't call me Short.
IVs, or individual stats, serve as a Pokemon's genes and determines a Pokemon's stat in every category: HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. And it can range from 0 to 31. EVs, or effort values, are stats your Pokemon gains from defeating specific Pokemon. Your Pokemon can get a max of 510 EVs total with a max of 252 per stat line.
Kind of complicated, I know, and it always scared me away from doing competitive battles. But Scarlet and Violet does make it a lot easier.
All you have to do is buy certain vitamins from the Chansey shop. One vitamin will give you 10 EVs for whatever stat you want. So you basically just need 26 vitamins to max out one stat.
Oh, but some of your Pokemon already have EVs from battling other Pokemon? Well, this is the fun part. It doesn't feel like it.
You need to get certain berries to reset those EVs you have. Palm Egg reduces HP, Kalpsu reduces attack, Fallout reduces defense, Hondu reduces special attack, Greppa reduces special defense, and Tomato reduces speed. And the fastest way to get these berries is to get them from the auctions in Puerto Marinada. I let you win. How do you even have $7,000, kid? What are you doing, selling crack cocaine lemonade? No, but she is. But they aren't always being auctioned, so you have to reset your game and change the date of your Switch to get new things to be auctioned. Some days are kind and you can get over 100 berries. Sweet, Greppa berries, let's go, baby. 83, let's go! Other days were not so kind. I can only buy 17. Son of a bitch. This was definitely the most tedious part of making the team. But after hours of doing this, I finally reset all my team's EVs and then gave them the right EVs with the vitamins. With that, the EV part was done.
Finally, it's time to start bad natures. Motherfucker.
And nature boosts one base stat by 10% and decreases one base stat by 10%, with the exception of 5 of the natures, which are neutral. These are easy to change in the new games. All you have to do is buy nature mitts from the Chansey supply shop and give them to one of your Pokemon you want to change. And they should change. It literally is not working. What is going on? Well, it's supposed to change. I guess there's a glitch in the game that even when you change the nature, it won't show it in the nature part of the menu. But it is changed. I'll go myself. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
Yo, none of this makes sense.
Move pool. Most Pokemon will get a lot of their moves by level up, so just slap on some rare candies and call it a day. But for some of the other moves, you need to breed for them, or you can give them the TM of the move you want. In this game, you don't technically have to breed for a move. You can just give a Mirror Herb to the Pokemon you want to learn the breed move. Then get another Pokemon in your party that has that move. Then go to a picnic with just those two Pokemon, and the breed move will be passed on to the Pokemon holding the Mirror Herb. Just get large Sucker Punch, please! But TM moves are a little bit more annoying. In Scarlet and Violet, you have to make TMs by using Pokemon materials. And to get those materials, you need to brutally beat Pokemon in the wild, and then they will drop the material. Such a great time. Then combine those items together, and boom, you got a team you need.
I think the viewers have clicked off by now.
Changing IVs. To change your IVs, you can talk to this man in Montenevera. And if you give them a bottle cap, it will max out one stat. So you basically need 6 in total, or 1 gold bottle cap to max them all out. You can buy bottle caps from the Delibird shop for $20,000 each.
Yo, how do you have so much money, Mr. Tempered? Well, I did battle in the Academy tournament many times. And don't call me that either.
And now with that, we are finally done grinding our team. And now there's one last thing we have to do. We gotta name them all. I also had to nickname them because it just naturally builds a deeper bond with your Pokemon. And since we're gonna be using them for many battles, I definitely wanted to make sure I had a good bond with them.
Yo, is it battle time, Teach? Yes, it's battle time.
With all the boring stuff out of the way, it was now time to start our grind to Master Ball rank. I'm honestly really nervous for this. I don't know how well this is gonna go. Oh, he only needs a team of 5. I feel like leading Dragapult's probably the play here. He sends in his Zoomerol to start out. Okay, so he has to Belly Drum right away. I don't think he just one-shots me without a Belly Drum. Okay, I'm just gonna go for a Shadow Ball straight up. He goes for the Icy one. Oh, we eat that. I just realized most of these Pokemon probably won't be IV and EV trained. Like, I prepared so hard for this. See ya. See ya. Cool, we won the first one, baby, let's go. After the first battle, I was feeling very confident. Even though the first few opponents might not be fully IV and EV trained, I still had a lot of confidence I could climb through the ranks fast. The only thing I needed to focus later was grinding Terra Shards to be able to change my Terra type on some of the Pokemon. But you need 50 to change your type, which is totally absurd. I only have 18, no. We'll just grind some Terra Shards later and continue battling for now. It might hinder us a bit, but I ain't prepping anymore. I want to battle. We continued on with the second battle, and this guy actually brought a full team. And that Mousehold's looking a little intimidating. But this battle ended up being a complete wipe. I 2-0'd him with the relative ease. Would have been a 3-0 if I didn't die to Life Orb damage. So far, Baxcalibur was the man. I love the offense he brought to my team. Being such a hard hitter and also having access to Dragon Dance to set up, but also having priority with Ice Shard made him such a threat. Now, only if I had Terra Steel typing, he would basically be unbeatable. A couple of Pokemon that I would see a lot more through this challenge then appeared. Skeledirge and Garganacl. They are two very popular Pokemon people use in the ranked battles because they are both very good walls to have on your team. For this battle though, Garganacl wasn't even the Pokemon giving me the problems. It was the King Gambit. I ended up bringing a full Ghost team, which made this battle just a little bit harder. We ended up losing this battle at the end due to a Focus Sash Armarouge. A little unfortunate, but we were bound to lose eventually. But it didn't hinder my confidence. We headed into the next battle and pulled out a win. Then after that, we got another win, and another win, and another win. We were taking dubs back and forth, and there was just nothing stopping us. And before I knew it, I won 8 straight battles. And I had a 10-1 record, landing me in the Great Ball rank 8 tier. I guess I should probably talk to you guys about the ranks. The rank system has 5 tiers. There's the beginner tier, Pokeball tier, Great Ball tier, Ultra Ball tier, and finally, our goal, Master Ball tier. The rank that would make me a Pokemon master. Through the last 11 games, I was learning that I was relying heavily on Baxcalibur and Meowscarada. Meowscarada was my best lead almost every time, and Baxcalibur was my best sweep-up mon. It just felt like nothing could really beat them. I started to neglect my other Pokemon though. I spent so much time training my team, and here I was only showing love and trust to a couple of them. This was my biggest mistake and the start to my downfall. The 12th matchup was a humbling one. They had a Dragapult lead, which was scary, because I knew he was a solid lead since I also led him in some previous battles, and I knew he had access to U-turn, which against my lead of Meowscarada, I started the battle in some trouble. Since Dragapult was faster, I decided to Sucker Punch. It worked out, but in the future, this is a risky situation. If an opponent hard switches on this situation, I get locked into Sucker Punch because I'm holding a choice band and then my opponent would be able to set up on me. In this situation, it was fine, but it's something I need to think about in the future. My opponent ended up having a Clodsire, which gave me a lot of problems since it was paired with the Corviknight. The synergy these two Pokemon had was unmatched. They cover each other's weaknesses so well. Both of them being bulky stall sets with enough to take my team down and give me my first loss in the last 9 battles. This one hurt my confidence a lot. I didn't know how I was going to take out that team if I was to face it again. I faced my next opponent and instantly put him to submission. They forfeited the battle and gave me the win. That didn't bring back my confidence. The last battle was still on my mind. It was keeping me from fully believing in the capability of my team. The next team I faced had a bunch of Pokemon I was going to see a lot more through the rest of this challenge. One of them being Dragonite. I had no idea what was about to hit me until it was too late. His lead was Glamora, and I knew it was good with its ability Toxic Debris. I didn't really know how to handle it this time around, so I ended up making a switch into Baxcalibur and one-shot him with Earthquake. But by that time, he had already set up a Stealth Rock and now had Toxic Spikes up. They then switched into Dragonite. It was time for me to get schooled and learn an important lesson. You don't with Dragonite. He terrestrialized his dragon type into normal. Now this set is just gross. Dragonite gets access to extreme speed, which is a priority move with 80 power. Being normal type not only boosts extreme speed damage, but it also gets rid of his quad weakness to ice, which let him eat up Ice Shard from my Baxcalibur and gave him a free turn to set up a Dragon Dance. Not only was he able to take out Baxcalibur, but he then made some good reads to win him the battle with his Dragapult. This was a dagger to me. My confidence was dropping really fast. I then ran into Terra Fairy type Dragapult, which I learned is insanely good. It gets rid of all his weaknesses, which makes Meowscarada useless against it. I ended up losing that match as well. A team of Meowscarada, Garganacl, and Dondozo appeared next. This team was just nasty to face. If the Garganacl is invested in defense, my Meowscarada can one-shot it, but it's a roll. I can do 91% to 107% of his health. But pair that along Dondozo, which is a wall, it makes this battle kinda hard. The way to win this is to keep my Meowscarada alive while taking down his Meowscarada fast. Then I basically can flower trick the rest of his team. Sadly, my confidence was in the dumpster and I played this game horribly, and it cost me the match. I followed up these horrible plays with another horrible play in the next match. I almost threw the entire game by hard switching my Baxcalibur out for Meowscarada, who are both weak to Fairy, and they had an Azumarill. It play roughed my Meowscarada on the switch and kills. I ended up pulling out the win in the end, but I felt like it was unearned. My confidence stayed in the ground. This caused me to go on another 3-game losing streak, one being to Annihilate, which I learned gives me a lot of problems. One loss was was to another normal type Dragonite, and the third was to Skeledirge. I was shattered. All those wins I had before were completely gone from my mind, and all I saw was the losses and did not see how I could make it to the Master Ball tier with this team. I was showing no love or respect to the Pokemon I had trained and who had helped me start 10-1. It was time to stop battling for the day.
Yo, what can I do to get back to winning? These trainers have just been destroying me mentally and physically. I need to search for some answers to get back on track.
I started watching some TV in hopes I could find something to help motivate me to keep me going. I turned on the show that originally inspired me from the beginning, Pokemon.
What does Ash have that I'm missing?
Ash didn't go through his entire journey alone. He has friends helping him the entire time. I've been doing this challenge entirely alone, and sometimes you just need a friend to help you along the way.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, asking me for a favor to help you with this stupid kids game. Come on, dude, you're like 28.
It's hard, dude. These kids are really good nowadays. They're really smart.
With help from the Don, anything's possible.
It's time to show you my team.
Yes, and it's time for me to show you my balls.
I showed Matt the entire team and also some of the previous wins and losses we had. Overall, he thought my team was respectable and had some minor changes. Meowscarda and Dragapult.
Bro, you just call that thing Meowscarda?
Is that not how you say it?
Nah, I usually pronounce it as dog shit.
One being I needed to change my Terra types. Good thing was I was able to grind some Steel Terra shards before hopping on call with him. So I was able to change my Excalibur to Steel type. The second thing Matt suggested was changing my Skeledirge set from Torch Song, Shadow Ball, Earth Power, and Overheat to Torch Song, Hex, Will-O-Wisp, and Slack Off. This was honestly the best change we made. He also told me to get rid of Power Gem on Goldango and replace it with Trick, but I kind of forgot to do that. After those minor changes, we went in and did some battles together so I could get some live in-battle coaching. When I entered the ranked battles menu, I was slapped by Nintendo. It dropped me to Pokeball rank 5? With that happening, you could say I was a little bit short-tempered. But this seriously was a problem. With the new season happening between recordings, it resets everyone's ranks. This means there will be people in Pokeball and Great Ball tier who would normally be in a higher rank, which will make some battles just a bit harder. But Matt and I were going to get battles in regardless, and even a loss would make for some good learning for my future battles. The first team we faced was a pretty balanced team. Even the Don, my coach, respected it.
Yo, this team's pretty good, actually. I was gonna say some mean things about it, but it's pretty good.
They ended up leading Annihilate, which Matt and I both thought we could take out in one hit.
Boink.
What? Wait, what?
Nani?
Oh no. Oh no! That probably wasn't the best play in the world. That first turn would be a good example of how the rest of the battle would go.
All right, first game down, you know, it was a warm-up.
Let's just call that a mercy game and say we let him win. Time for the real battle. We saw the next opponent's team and knew we would have our work set out for us. This is not fun.
This team's cowardly. I know this team. Oh, God. I think we got speed. We got speed, right?
Yeah, we have speed, right? I just go for the straight-up flower trick.
Look a flower trick and this guy's career. Oh, no. Crit didn't matter, bro. Crit didn't matter.
It didn't matter because it always crits, baby.
Because it always crits. Just like us, baby. We always win. We never lost.
Oh, Gamora.
Bro, this guy's pulling Gita strats. Pull this thing out in the end. I do not respect it. Flower trick again. Flower trick again. Boink.
Oh, he just lives that. Straight up.
Yo, get a smile on my face. Acid spray. Unholy.
We live one. We can finish it.
We live one. Keep clicking the same move over and over again.
Oh, it's this. Bap.
Hex. Like, what?
He was predicting the switch, but just not to Corviknight because he has toxic debris.
No Willow? That's crazy. Great bird is banned.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
After you spend a night with me, I change your whole life.
Oh,
Who do I
well.
kill? No.
No!
Arrogant. He ruined our sweep.
I like how your whole team was shiny too, you hacker.
Yeah, stupid idiot, bro. Get wrecked, dude. Cheaters never win. Winners never cheat.
Well, you could say that was a shining victory. Okay.
Oh, big Garganacl. That thing's a threat.
I lead Hubble.
We just keep bringing this guy every time.
He's just so good.
Tobin hates thinking, guys.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, you're trying to toxic me. Well, that's a good switch from Matt.
I knew he was going to go for that. Make it rain on this man. Some guys got to learn the hard way. He switches out. He could go to his old gold dingus.
Nope. It's time to make it rain.
Bow. Get back!
Wait, give me a crit. Give me a crit. Give me a crit.
Make it rain on this man.
Oh my god. And he's a citrus.
Yo, what is this man? What? Citrus? Yo, who are these kids? Go to the freaking Garfield guy. He goes for
Yeah, he goes
soft cure.
soft cure.
That's fine. Shouldn't do too much. Play the flower trick.
Do I Triaslide just to ensure?
Nah. Wait, we're playing Gen 9? You never told me you could Terra in this game.
I literally just said it.
That was some good damage.
I got the flower in my head. It's time.
Donk.
Ah!
Now we're gonna kill.
Just a little more.
Nuke this thing.
Oh!
Now we're Terra'd. Boink. That
Oh
didn't kill.
my God.
We are just getting blue balled. What do you think you can do here, Toe Bizzleman?
Do I just go in and just Shadow Ball?
Yes, that is the correct play, brother.
Oh, let's go! Cube.
I have taught you everything I can, Tobin, except for maybe a lot of stuff.
We got some things we can change about the team in a little bit, so I'm gonna go do those changes.
But you still lack pure of heart. It is not about how much you know about Pokemon. It is about your character.
And with that inspiring speech from my coach, I had my confidence back and was ready to make the push to Master Ball tier. Before I got into more battles though, I needed to change Skeledirge and Corviknight's Terra types. So I had to grind raid battles for hours and hours collecting water and fairy Terra shards. But after a few nights of grinding them, I had enough to change Skeledirge's Terra type to fairy and Corviknight's Terra type to water. It was time to battle once again. Going into my first battle, I was feeling good. But I got a little too excited and decided to Dragon Dance on a Glamora. Because of my arrogance, I forgot it was most likely Focus Sash. Because of this, Excalibur was very weak, but was able to take out Glamora and Dragapult before falling to his Life Orb. But this did open the door for his speed boosting Espathra. Corviknight was able to get it very low before falling, and the battle was left to Meowscarada. We went for Sucker Punch, and it did 1 HP too little and then fell. My arrogance got the best of me that match, and I knew I only lost because of it. But success cannot come without failure. But I kind of followed it up with more failure due to my lack of thinking. I mean, I lost to a Breloom. You know how embarrassing that is? I wasn't about to give up though because I know I'm better than that. The next match was the catalyst I needed to push me through the rest of Great Ball tier. My opponent led one of our common threats through this challenge so far, Dragapult. I confidently went for a Sucker Punch and it was successful. Well, sort of, he was sashed. But his U-turn did not kill me thankfully. And DD came in and it gave us a free switch to Skeledirge. My opponent foolishly went for Healing Wish that turn though, but because I sent in Skeledirge, he was not able to swap back in his Dragapult, and instead was forced to switch into Armarouge. I thought maybe he would have Shadow Ball to hit me, so I Terra'd into Fairy, which was almost a huge misplay since he went for Expanding Force. His Dragapult was left, and I was able to use our new build with Skeledirge correctly for the first time to give us the win. This moment was huge for me because I started to learn how to use Skeledirge properly, and all I had to do was learn to master him. I then got swept by a Surreal Edge with weak armor, and I don't really want to talk about it. But I was able to get my revenge on it in the following battle to give us another win. Who's ready for an epic winning montage? I used Skeledirge to his max potential in the following battle and won. Then Corviknight navigated the following battle, bringing us a dub. Skeledirge then took the lead again, bringing us a comeback win. Dragapult intimidated our next opponent and forced him to forfeit. But you can't win them all. And I was brought back down to earth by a huge power Azumarill. But a winner doesn't let one loss get to them. I bounced back the following battle using my full strength of my team. I got ballsy and led Skeledirge. It was his time to show his full strength. He swept the opponent's team without needing to be swapped out once. He took over again right after that to give us another win. And with that, we were in Ultra Ball tier. Only one tier is between us and becoming a Pokemon Master. I could feel the excitement building within inside me and had to feed off this energy right now and keep battling. Our first battle in Master Ball tier put us against a team who had both Dragapult and Meowscarada, like we've seen a lot in the past. But with what we have learned through our battles, I knew exactly how to handle it. We led Skeledirge predicting either a Meowscarada or Dragapult lead, and they led Meowscarada, landing them into our trap. I instantly terrestrialized knowing the knockoff was coming. We ate it and go for Torch Song twice to kill and put our special attack +2. He sends in Dragapult and terrestrializes it into fire and goes for Flamethrower, and we barely live. We put it low with Hex, then die to a burn. We send in our own Dragapult, forcing him to withdraw into Garganacl. We then hard swapped in Meowscarada and then Flower Trick the rest of his team to pick up a dub. One battle closer. I then had a Skeledirge match off with my next opponent. They had the upper hand though, since their Skeledirge was Terra Fire and mine was Fairy. The battle leaned my opponent's way because of this, and we took the L, putting us right back to where we started. Next, we had to deal with some annoying T-Wave strats from a Tinkaton. But since we had Goldango, we ended up riding his back to victory. One battle closer again. Then a Terra Fire Garchomp was able to weaken our team a ton, letting their Meowscarada come in and sweep the rest of our team. Once again, putting us back to the start. We were going to make it a Master Ball tier. We needed to change things up so we could end this win one and lose one streak we're on. But we ran into another Terra Fire Skeledirge, which was once again able to destroy my Skeledirge and led to another loss. We then ran into an Espathra again, which weakened our team enough for them to send in their Terra Ground Excalibur to counter the rest of my team, leading us to a third straight loss. I was at my lowest point in this entire run. It felt like Ultra Ball tier was just going to be too much for me to handle with my current team and skill set. The combination of careless mistakes, bad reads, Terror type disadvantages was really getting to me. I just didn't have much left in my tank to continue. But I reflected back on everything we have been through to get to this point. We trained our team from scratch. We got training from our friend. We went on massive win streaks while also going on massive losing streaks. But there's one thing we always did, and that was bounce back. Our next battle was against a Terra normal Dragonite. Using our knowledge we have learned from him, we were able to counter him with our Terra Fairy Will-O-Wisping Skeledirge. We were able to win with the recovery stall and force our opponent to forfeit the match. Dragapult then rose to the occasion in the following match. He was the main star, getting 2 kills, leaving our opponent with just a Corviknight and forcing our opponent to forfeit again. The confidence I was feeling was building. The battle to follow was another sweaty one. The combination of the Meowscarada, Volcarona, and Terra Electric Dondozo was rough, but we powered through, and Goldango sat in front of the resting Dondozo and forced another opponent to forfeit. We are officially 1 win away from Master Ball tier and us becoming a Pokemon Master. We can do this, baby! I think I'm honestly fine leading Skeledirge here.
Monkey.
This is fine. This is actually the best case scenario, right? We just Will-O-Wisp it instantly. He goes for Fling. The Light Ball? Okay. That's fine.
Oh no.
Oh, it makes me paralyzed. Come on, Skeledirge, I believe. Let's go, Dirge, dude. I believe this guy so hard. The only thing is, though, he does have to carry this entire match. So him being paralyzed will be an issue. He goes for Stealth Rock. Oh my God. I'm actually okay at this. I just gotta land this. Okay, that's fine. Now my special attack is risen. He's burned. I kill next hit. He goes for Final Gambit. Oh no. Oh my God, that's fine though. That's fine. That's fine. We're still alive. We're still alive. Skeledirge is still usable.
Go!
Dragonite. I'm Will-O-Wisping. That sucks, dude. I assume he's gonna start D-dancing, which blows. I think I'm fine if he D-dances 1 time. I'm pretty sure I'm okay. It's okay. He's a normal type. We know this. No, he's flying type. Okay, as long as I have speed, which we should have speed. As long as I built him right, we're fine. Okay, we're good. We're fairy type. We're fine. Oh my God, we almost killed 2. Let's go. It's stab. It's not super effective. We don't, because it's boosted, because he's already flying type. Dragapult's still faster too. I gotta go for the flamethrower.
Target locked.
Okay, we just gotta see what he has in the back. Magnezone. Oh my God, this is fine. This is fine. This is actually fine. He has sturdy, but we should be fine. Oh no, he lives 1. I live 1, right? Yeah, we live 1! We live 1! We live 1! Let's go! You know, maybe hitting Master Ball tier doesn't make me a Pokemon Master entirely, but setting my goals high and striving to achieve something I've never done before makes me feel way better than just being a Pokemon Master. Let's go! We did it!